You know, I did a video, a couple of weeks ago about a picture wall. And it's a picture wall that's in my office. And I wanted to revisit that again and talk about why I think this is so important. When you come in and you see kind of my life in pictures, there's when I was a freshman at the University of Washington, and the caricature, and here I was on the cover of the weekly magazine, and there's a picture of my mom and my son and his new fiance, now wife, and here's when I was flying and raced a hydroplane with my brother, and just different things. And I think the reason why this is so important, people say, well, who are you trying to impress? I'm not trying to impress anybody. The only person that I'm trying to impress is me, to remind me on those days, because I'm human like anybody else, that we feel really, oh, what have I done with my life or whatever. And I look at it and I see it in pictures, and here's Disneyland and hot air balloons and jumping out of an airplane. There's Connor and me on a road trip we took from Florida to Boston a couple years ago. And gosh, even back here to my modeling days when I did some modeling and magazine covers and newspapers and things. And then a few pictures of my family, my father. I haven't had my father since 1988. And there's a picture of me at 12 and my brothers and sister. I just lost 2 brothers in the last year. There's a picture of my 3 brothers and my sister. And as I said, I just lost 2 of them. There's go-kart days and back to modeling days. And then this brings us up to the current of my 2 grandchildren. My son Kyle had Olivia and Owen, and just recently had Emma. And gosh, here's a time at the Mariners game when Connor took me to a box seat to see the Mariners. I think he was like about 17 or 18 and surprised me. And there's Connor with me. There's Kyle and Connor and me. And then there's Kyle and Susanna with Owen and Olivia and so forth. And so it just makes such a big difference here. I get this nice view to look out at Lake Washington, and it happens to be a beautiful day in Seattle. There's some pictures of Connor graduating. There's the map where I have little arrows where all the places that I've been able to speak and so forth. And then recently when my son Connor got married, he gave me this little handkerchief that was embroidered, "Dad, you and me against the wind. I love you, 4425 Connor." Against the Wind was our song when my wife passed away, September 29th, 1998. We play that song more than anything else to remind us to hang in there. So important. Here's some of the books I've done. Grateful, that's my watchword, is the gratitude guy. And here was when I was on a newspaper, and some certificates and things like that. So I just say this just to remind you to put together things that can help you focus on all your blessings and abundance. And it'll make such a big difference to your attitude. That's the message. Hang in there.